What is up, YouTube world? I'm Ashley D. Before I get started, please go ahead and hit that like and subscribe. Also, feel free to share this brief video as well. Everything I state is allegedly not a guaranteed fact, my own personal opinion and observation. So, I listened to things tonight that were quite disturbing as well as biased. And one of the main topics was taking accountability. Okay? People seem to forget very, very early on, Robert tried to take accountability and pretend as though this was a skit. So everyone would not be involved in their personal affairs. Meanwhile, they could deal with this privately. So that did not work. Lieonya came out when she realized that he did not want to save this relationship. She decided to run with him breaking her finger purposely. Taking accountability. You brought up him saying that he could have done things better in this marriage. That to me sounds like someone that's taking accountability and owning up to things that they could have done better to save this marriage. Not one time we've heard Lieonya when she's had several chances to take accountability for the things she's done and the harm and pain that she's caused this man as well. When she had an opportunity to take accountability on a public platform, podcast, when they both were on there, she said, I'm going to show my husband what accountability is and what it looks like. She began to say, I'm going to take accountability for the times I walked away out of the room when you were yelling and arguing and I did not want the kids to hear. I'm going to take accountability for the times I left the house when we were arguing, when you were going off, because I did not want the kids around to see that. And then she begins to cry. That does not sound like accountability to me. That sounds like deflecting and gaslighting. And you could tell by the look on Mr. LaTruth's face, he was very caught off guard and shocked in that moment. And he realized he was with someone for 6 years that he never knew. You also stated that he should have stepped up and he could have nipped this in the bud right away. So, with the crate situation, he tried to turn it into a skit. He tried to have them come together on the steps peacefully. But Lieonya already planted the seed as though she was the victim. We saw text messages of her saying she was trying to figure it out. How to plant this seed out here as though she was planning an escape plan. She was figuring something out to make it look bad and make it as though it was his fault, okay? Not to mention her sitting on the steps looking helpless. Accountability. He called her on the phone and he asked her, what did I do to you that was so bad that makes you lash out and say the things that you do about me? I'm sorry for hurting you. What did she say? She didn't say you physically put your hands on me. She didn't even say anything about them yelling back and forth. She simply said, you mind F me. That does not sound like abuse nor accountability for anything, even after he apologized in that moment. Accountability. He posted in the very beginning several times asking people to respect their privacy. They're going to deal with this. It's a private family matter. And she shared that, and she also said she approved that message. To only turn around several hours later and go on rants, antagonizing, belittling, degrading this man. Now, speaking on keeping the body tight and fit, doing all these things for him. Those things were done for her. Mr. LaTruth married her, knowing that she already had 3 children, that her body was not fit and tight. He married her before the alleged 3 surgeries. He knew what her body was like, and he accepted her for who she was. Her changing her body to feel good about herself, that was something she decided to do. Once they became more and more successful, she felt as though she wanted to upgrade and change things about herself. And she had every right to feel that way. But that was not him. That was something clearly she wanted to do to feel good about herself, because she had 3 children and her body was not the same. And that's understandable. Now, she also said in the beginning of those videos that this man has upgraded her life. In the very beginning, when they was in the car, he said he falls back most of the time and allows her to take the lead because that's who she is. She likes to control. That was the first mistake he made. You said he's the man, he should have been the leader, right? But he decided to fall back a little bit and let her have some type of control. And by him doing that, she felt as though she had every right to go through his phone constantly, to check him, antagonize him, belittle him. It escalated so far to the point when he decided to say no and he took his computer, she pepper sprayed him. When someone belittles you, as worse as Lieonya did to him, exposing alleged tax papers, exposing his private area, speaking on him after surgery during the most vulnerable time in his life. She's supposed to married him for better or worse. The things that she said about him, he has never publicly spoken out about her body. He's never body shamed her. He's never spoken under her clothes. All this man has ever done was try to defend himself against these accusations that continuously came out. Instead of Lieonya in the very beginning taking accountability for anything, what did she decide to do? Send her fan pages, pictures to post daily that antagonize this man. Under his comment section, constantly flooding it, saying bad things about him. Reposting his skits, zooming in on his face. She has done so many things that this man has never done to her. And when someone continuously bashes you like that, that's supposed to love you, that took those vows with you, sickness and health, when his sickness, at his very lowest time, that's when not only she decided to not be there for him, once he decided to call it quit, but she made fun of him, richer or poor, when she said he's upgraded her life to the point where she does not have to work a 9-to-5 anymore. She can work from home. And we all saw that upgrade for ourselves from when Lieonya first showed up on the scene. So her hairstyles changed frequently, her clothes changed, as well as her nails. So there were so many different things that were upgraded about her in the beginning before she built her platform. And that was her husband's doing. And it seems as though when the tables turned and he needed her, that's when she started feeling herself and using her money and her income as a weapon. We saw on the tape several times when this man tried to leave, tried to go, do the things that he did when he first met her, tried to pursue his career, tried to go to meetings, and Lieonya would be so upset. So if we're going to speak on accountability, we need to be honest. And we need to keep it real. Who has taken accountability on this end? And how many times did this man have to say he's sorry and he could have done things better for Lieonya to speak up and say one thing she could have done better, besides pointing at all the things that he's done wrong? When has she ever took accountability for anything? Because it seems as though Lieonya's people and her side feels as though this man needs to step up and take accountability and continue to apologize, and everything is just his fault. When in reality, a marriage takes two. And we've saw nothing but Lieonya dragging this man while he constantly continues to carry on, defend himself, and pursue his career. I am Ashley D. Please feel free to leave your opinion down below, what you think about this situation. I will speak to each and every one of you soon. Take care.